The Highland Hills tower the skies. But the shadows they cast draw the spirits near. After all,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here after the technical problems we had. I don't know if I can look down and round. I don't
know which way to point.
I get mystical power tonight. There's a massive solar flare happening. I'll choose the sun of that, or maybe it's just the sheer electricity madness that's in this room because we're it's the energy. We've got Danny himself join us. Danny Wills joining us, guys. We've got Drew from Drew's Abandoned Paranormal. See, I get your. We've got my mystical love right here. You know, I've remembered your name, Tay. That's my God. I've remembered 3 names. That's there must be something going on. But honestly, I think it's just the energy tonight, guys, because of the subject. Tarot cards. Is Danny there? Danny.
Yeah. See?
And you were frozen there. You were like.
Yeah, she's froze like that.
Oh, God, I'm just going to bring up the chat.
Are we finished yet?
Are we finished? Yeah, I haven't started.
Hey! As the saying, it's a good job it's no a CB net what we're using. I think it's just operator error.
Blame the spirits, they blame everything.
Nah, you can blame me.
Just pass the buck. That's the way you go.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are going to be talking about tarot cards, oracle cards, and whatever you want to call them. Do you know that's actually an interesting subject, this? Because I actually have done my wee bit of research on tarot cards tonight. And when do you think tarot cards were first invented? Do you know?
Forever ago.
Back in like the 1400s, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Italy. Venice, to be exact.
Mm-hmm. And actually, they think it was before.
Yeah,
really?
They're ancient.
See, so obviously, guys, we're talking about these tonight. I've got a pack here that I give myself readings. I should be a billionaire by now with crazy readings.
What have you got, Christopher? The Rider-Waite. Hold that up. Hold it up, please. Yeah, it's the Rider-Waite. That's the classic tarot.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They were like I think they were like £5 or something like that for Amazon Prime last year. But the ones that used as the real deal, okay? I mean, because my mysticals gave me readings in the past. Drew, you've gave me readings in the past, and Danny, you've gave me readings in the past, and you're extremely accurate. How do you do it? How are you so
Uncle
accurate?
Danny's deck is old, isn't it, Uncle Danny? You've had that deck a lot of years, haven't you?
Yeah, my deck's like 45 years old, something like that.
Really?
But mine's Mahjong, which is a little bit different. Oracles, tarot. I mean, they're all kind of similar in a lot of ways, and there's some differences, eh?
Right.
But yeah, my deck. It wasn't even on the market when I got my deck. Mine was a protege deck. Like it was,
yeah.
They made 100 of them, and that's it. And they sent them out to different people. I was fortunate enough to be on a list to get it back.
Wow.
And then we had them for about a year, maybe a couple of years, I don't know, before they mass produced it and put it on the market,
Right.
Way back when the cows were still brown and white and there wasn't no strawberry ones running around. But anyway, way back when we got the cards, and I've been using them ever since. Now, it's basically the only deck I use. I do have some Rami or some Gypsy cards. I do have other ones that I just play with, but I don't do readings with anybody. You know what I mean? It's just because people have given me these cards. Like I've gotten Gypsy cards. I've gotten all kinds of different aspectual cards and stuff. I got ancestral cards. that I never use, but they were gifts to me. So I keep them, and just once every blue moon, I, play around with them a little bit. But again, they're like from the 70s, right? So, all these cards I got are like from the 70s. So I just kind of keep them in the drawer. And,
Yeah.
and other than my Mahjong deck, I use my sticks to do readings, and that's it. Like I use my Mahjong sticks or whatever you want to call it.
I
Drop them
I
and
just
just
what amazes me how some folk are just so damn good at doing it. I mean, like you, Danny, you're awfully good at it. Drew, you're really good at it, and then my mystical, you're really good at it too. And because I'm not going to tell you what the reading was I got, guys, because I'm not going to do that. But about 3 weeks ago, somebody gave me a reading, right? And then and then Drew here got my mystical. He gave me a reading, right? And it was the exact same card, but she didn't know anything about it. It was the exact same card that popped out.
Mhm.
I mean,
Well, see,
that's you couldn't predict that.
that's the thing. Okay, I'm not reading the cards. Okay, I'm not in charge of it. It's Astro. Okay,
Yes.
Astro picks what card you need to have. Okay, that's why I would
Mhm.
say, Astro, what does this person need to know, or that person? Okay? It's not me. I ain't doing squat. I'm
Yeah.
just a hammer in the toolbox. That's all I am. Anyway, the card comes up, and I just read the interpretation of what that card is. And sometimes
Yeah.
when I'm reading the card, Astro will whisper in my ear, "Oh, you should also tell him this or that," right? So I'll say, "Oh," and Astro says, "Whatever," right?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not responsible for any of that jack crap. I'm just reading what I'm told and doing what I'm told. I'm not. It's nothing I'm doing. It's not my gift. It's not something that I'm good at. No, Astro's good at it. I give the credit where
Yeah.
it's due. You know, I'm just the mouthpiece of the reading. That's it.
Because the way it works is we actually are asking our guides to connect to your guides. So it's actually a message from your guides that comes through essentially,
Mhm.
especially with the oracle and things. Tarot and oracle are totally different. Oracle readings are basically decks that'll give you a message from deities, your loved ones, inspirational messages that's going to help you thrive on. Tarot cards are basically for your life path. If you take it for example, a tarot deck starts at the full. So your major arcana is your basically your main players in the deck. So they start off as the full, which is typically you as a young kid. So every stage of that after that is the stages in your life. So it's your life journey. Anything that we see in the deck, anything we see in your reading is subject to change because it all depends on how you perceive your reading and what changes you're willing to make, if anything. So, say for example, I tell you that your marriage is going to end maybe in 6 months. That's up to you to start working on your marriage to change that outcome. Do you understand? So it can change. It's basically your guides giving you a message to tell you, look, if you don't change the way your life's going, this is going to happen. Also, positively as well, they say, look, you're going down the right path, so stay on your path. And that's what the tarot is. The tarot is to interpret what is going to happen in your life. But it's your guides that tell you all this.
My mystical.
That's it.
Well, the way that I do it is also to, like, I used to do tarot cards quite a while back. I do so many other things that I've dropped the tarot card reading, but I do the oracle reading, and that's the wisdom of the house of night. And I do the same thing. What I do is before I do the reading, I ask my spirit to contact, to get in touch with the person that I'm going to do it for, that I'm going to pull a card for.
Yeah.
I ask my spirit to contact their spirit and have me draw the card that best represents their life right now, what they need to know, what they need to be aware of. I will actually, because the cards are like, all, different. And I will pull a card and I will read it right out of the book because there's something in there of why that spirit picked a certain card. But what I do is after I shuffle them real good, I shuffle them for a while because I'm giving time for my spirit to contact that person's spirit to get the information and everything. And as I'm shuffling, when the spirit tells me, okay, we got it, then I lay them all out. I kind of like separate them, but I go underneath the cards because a card that I can't see, and it just kind of leads me to the card to pick. Sometimes if it doesn't come right away, I'll put my hand over it and I'll feel like a tingling sensation and I'll know what area to pick from. And then I'll go underneath, like in between cards, and pull it out. And then that's the card that I will read from the book that the spirit wants me to pass the message on to them. So like Danny said, it's not really us, it's the spirit that's doing that. When I refer to spirit, it's not one spirit. When I refer to spirits, it's my guides, it's my guardians, it's my ancestors, it's my angels. They're all grouped into spirit. So when I call upon my spirit, it could be any of those that's getting the information from the other ones and giving it, pulling it back.
See, you've got that many different packs. That's something that I'm quite interested in, because I like looking at some of the packs of cards that you get. Absolutely stunning. I mean, you get them all like multicolored and all different colors. I mean, how many different packs? I'm not going through them all, but how many different? Obviously, you've got tarot cards, you've got oracle cards, but what else do you have? What's the main cards?
Well, you also have Lenormand, which is another form of tarot reading. It's they're actually just pictures type of thing.
Well, see tonight, is it okay if we? I was just going to say, if it's okay if we pick a couple of people and you can give them a reading or whatever. What's on you go?
There's loads of different decks, and they're for example, Uncle Danny's deck. They're not tarot, they're Mahjong.
And see, like me, it's not just the oracle cards. I also get information like, throwing bones, doing the osteomancy. So it's a whole different form of divination.
Yeah. Divination.
Rolling bones, coins, dropping sticks. There's all different ways of doing it. But basically, I don't know that they need to be subjugated. You got tarot cards, you got oracle cards, you got Mahjong, you got Kari, you got Ekatar, you got Rajon, you got runes, you got Rarichi, you got Riga. There's all those different styles, all those different types, right? But basically, I always just say they're spirit cards, right?
Yeah.
Because no matter what type you're using, you're either using an elemental force or a spiritual force or, some other energies other than your own to tell what's there, right? So it's just spiritual decks. To me, I don't give a rat's butt on a hot tin roof because they're all spiritual cards. It's all about energies, right? So, there's at least 22 different categories, but it's really just one thing.
Yeah.
It's just what you're comfortable with.
It's what you can deal with. Like some people hate tarot cards because they think that they're bad and they give bad mojo, right? So they don't want tarot cards because it gives them bad mojo, but oracle cards give them good mojo, right? That Mahjong gives everybody good mojo. Mahjong is just a slap in the face. Here's how it is. Take it or leave it. So it's like, so each each thing is based upon the creator of that in the first place. And then as each person starts using it, like say someone starts using the tarot, okay? They might have been designed as this, but that person's energy, that person's beliefs, that person's intentions is all going to affect the cards, right?
Mhm.
So are they really tarot cards anymore? No, they're so-and-so's cards, right?
Yeah.
Because that person has filled up the energy in those cards. That person's the one that's prayed over the cards. That person's the one that, started the card and gave life to the cards. Before that, they were a piece of paper that were called tarot cards
Yeah.
or tarot cards, right? But
Yeah.
Mystical's cards are mystical cards. Drew's cards are her cards, right? When push comes to shove, right? The cards are whoever owns them and the spirits that they connect with. That's the cards they are. Like they got nothing to do with the creator of the cards because they're all different now, right?
Yes.
Everybody can make their own cards.
I tell people when they ask me about tarot cards, I tell them, read the book to guide you what each card is, the meaning behind each card, read the book for it. And then once you learn what each meaning of the card is, throw the book away. And then from then on, read the card the way you see it. Take the guidance for what the card is, but read it like what you see for your client sitting in front of you, because it changes. I could read the 10 of Pentacles for you, and then when I read the next person and they could get 10 of Pentacles, it could be completely different, the message, even though it's the same card.
Right. And also don't forget too, though, even with that, if well, I'll just use these cards here. If I got a Toad card with a Turtle card and an East card, that means one thing. But if I got a Toad card with a West card, right? Now all of a sudden it's the other person, not you. East means you. West means someone else, right? So just by the combination of the cards changes the meaning of the first card.
Yes.
Right? So yeah, you could have the Nine of Cups for one person. It's going to say one thing. The Nine of Cups for the person right after that, it's going to say something totally different. Not because of the Nine of Cups changed, because the situation changed with the other cards that are supporting the Nine of Cups. Right? So that's the other thing that, like, you got to, and I agree with Buttons 100%. Study your book, study your cards, get to know the cards. But the funny thing is, as you use them, you get to know the cards for what they are to you, right? And each card has a meaning. And each card you'll find has 3 different meanings. Like once you use a certain deck long enough, you're going to see, because I read this person's cards and these cards came up so many times, the same cards for this person come up, but they're just a little bit shuffled around. The same one for this one come up. You'll find out that every single card in your deck has 3 meanings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So even when you're reading your cards from the book, it says if it's about love, it means this. If it's about finances, it means this. If it's about will the monkey get out of my closet and stop throwing the cans of beans at me, it means this, right? So just remember that every single card has 3 or 4 meanings in itself, let alone once you combine them with the other. Well, I got 75 in my deck, but with the other cards in your deck, once they're combined, it means something else. And if they double up, you get one Phoenix here, and then the next card's a Phoenix. It means something totally different again, right?
Yeah, because see, I was going to say, because on some people, they'll specify, I want a card pulled, for love, or I want a card pulled for money, or am I going to lose my job or whatever. So when you're doing that and you're pulling a card, you have to reference it to mean, or to tell them what the card is reading for that particular thing that they're asking for.
I just find the cards fascinating. I really do, because I watch when you guys are doing your tarot card readings and stuff like that, and I find it fascinating because every tarot card reading that I've had for each of these has came true. Every single one of them.
This is
And
from your
I just,
guides.
I see. I know it's
Mhm.
for my guides, but there must be a wee bit of that person that's gifted in that way a wee bit, because obviously, see, I've got a pack of tarot cards there, and I'm not exactly the best. I'll have to
Mm.
get the book out and start looking up what each one means. I'll be sitting like this, right? I've got the Sympathy Cups here, and I'll go, that's
Yeah.
obviously somebody like me came out. I mean, I'm no the best. I'm just a scatterhead kind of thing. Whereas yous have memorized. Yous have memorized what each card is, which I find fascinating. How you can
Well,
do
and
it.
it's not so much memorize. You can get a card and just it just any card, and say for example the card, they're standing on a cliff about to fall off. Okay, what would that mean for that specific person, depending on what they're wanting to know? Are they fixing to get hurt? Is it a safety issue? Are they fixing to take a leap of faith, maybe in a marriage? Are they fixing to go travel, and maybe that means danger? So depending on what they're actually wanting to know, you have to look at the card, see everything that's going on, and then pull it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, can we pick a couple of people tonight and see if the reading comes through? Can each one of you do like a wee reading for some lucky person in the chat?
Oh,
Got
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll
trouble
good.
pull
today,
an
guys.
oracle card.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll pull a this is you card deck thing.
right. So YouTube, Facebook, and whoever else is watching this for any other platform, I can see it here, so I'll bring it up. So guys, I just pick somebody for random and for
Do
YouTube.
you want me to do a quick? Do you want me to turn a card, or do you want me to do what I? See, I do
No,
a
wait,
5 card
wait
spread.
till you find
It's
out.
a bit
Wait
long.
till you find out who.
Yeah.
Wait till you find out who you're doing.
Right then,
Right.
we'll figure out what we're
I'm
doing
just going to
there.
pick somebody. First, I'll do YouTube. I'll do one of the members of the channel. Right, I'll pick one of the members of the channel. I'll go for Luna Rose. Go
Who?
for
Okay, and who's
Luna
doing
Luna
Luna
Rose.
Rose?
Here we go. I'll bring it up. There she's there. That's Christina Goodstone with the pressing the right button here. It's not like StreamYard. This it's off like would you call it fast? Just give us a sec. Right. So we've got Luna Rose. There you're there. Right. I picked her. So that's her there. Everybody can Luna Rose. She's always in the chat.
Luna Rose.
Right. I'll leave her up for you.
And I'll
Yes.
just pull an oracle card. I'm just shuffling them up whenever you're ready.
Yeah. I'll give you
Who
a
wants?
postcard.
Who's
for
gonna
Spirit.
go? Who's gonna go first?
It's up to
You
you.
are.
Any of you can go first.
All right,
You
I'll go
are.
first.
Yeah, you go
All right,
first.
I'll go first.
All right.
So
I'm
I'll
gonna
ask
hit my
my.
shut up button. I'll hit my shut up button while you're
Me
talking.
too. Me too.
Okay. I'm shuffling cards. Normally I shuffle them and I lay them out, but I have no room here when I'm on live because my keyboard and everything is on there. But I'll shuffle them and I will ask my spirit to contact Luna Rose spirit. Have me pull, almost dropped it. Have me pull a card. And I try to have it to where I can't see the other part, so I'm not influenced by a card. So since I can't lay the card out, okay, so she's ready. Okay, so I'll lay the card, since I can't lay the card out, where's my camera? I'll just kind of do them like this, and then I'll just like pull one from underneath. And this is on focus. And it's actually, and it's showing a female with a bow and arrow. And so we will see what, and I'm propping it up right here and see what it says for Luna Rose. Okay, so we're going to read focus. My child, when you draw this symbol, it is a wonderful sign that with focus you can achieve what you want. If you give If I give you an arrow and a bow to use, how will you shoot and hit the mark? This is a reminder that you must let go of all distractions and have the courage to give it your all. Your arrow will be drawn to whatever the focus is on, so keep your eye on the target. However, remember, you can't control every outcome. Just as the wind can influence the path of the arrow, there are many factors determining the course of the plans. To achieve anything, you must focus, take aim, and let go. So that's a very good card. That
That's
was
very
from
interesting.
Focus.
Now, do you
Yeah, that's
want
a good
to? So, Danny, Drew, do you want to go with Luna Rose, or do you want to? Drew, do you want to pick somebody else for Danny?
Well, I actually picked Luna Rose, a postcard for Spirit. Right, Luna Rose, this is postcard for Spirit. Genuinely, I've asked my guides to connect to your guides to give you a message, and these are actually from Spirit, not spirits. Spirit is the divine energies above, if you like. So this is what they want you to know. All your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that will bring you only more reason to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a treatment to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation on a way to become empty, so not to become empty. So you will be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all in your life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intensely to your prayers and what you want. To know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. Hope you understood that. There's big words.
So there you go, Luna
Oh,
Rose. Danny,
Okay. Guess we might as well follow suit here. Do.
there's Luna Rose saying, yes, I can understand that. Also, Drew, thank you.
because it kind of overlaps there.
Kind of does, yeah.
We've actually got quite a lot of people watching us right now. A lot. We've got 16 on YouTube, and we've got another 30 over the different networks.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Get to know your cards? Okay. Astro says we're going to learn a little bit about you and you're going to learn a little bit about us. So that's what he says. All right.
Hope you're ready, Luna.
Okay. Okay, so basically, a little bit about you and what's going on and stuff is you've reached a spot in your life right at this minute where you're looking back more than you're looking at now and at the present. Okay, you seem to be reflecting about the way things could have been, should have been, would have been, on the way things were, So you don't need to be concerned with that anymore. You already learned whatever you had to learn from there. Okay, so take that information, the useful bits, and apply it today. Because if you use the stuff from then till now, you've already learned what is going to work, what isn't going to work. Okay. It's a different time, it's a different place, it's a different person, it's a different thing altogether, right? So you can't judge what happened from that point of time to what's happening now because now is different than then, okay? So if you're gonna do it, don't half-ass it, okay? You either do it or you don't do it. Make your mind up on whether or not this is something you want to proceed with or something that you're just going to toss out and move ahead. Okay. But you can't keep being stuck in this position. You have to move forward. Okay. Now, that's up to you whether you want to move forward with the knowledge from the past or just clean slate. Okay. That's totally up to you. However, with the peacock, it's saying that you're set in your ways. You understand certain things. You keep an eye out for everybody else's best interest. You keep an eye out for family and friends. And, you want to make sure that the world runs smooth for everybody else. But the one drawback is you don't do the same thing for yourself. Okay. If your friend does something wrong, you'll forgive them in a heartbeat. If you do something wrong, you torture yourself. Okay. And you don't need to. Do what you do for your best friend and do it for yourself for once. Okay. That's the main part with that. The tortoise is the next card. Okay. And this is to remind you, look, everything in life's not snappy, right? And you know yourself, when you plan something and when you structure something, it may take you longer than other people, right? Who cares? It may be something that seems like it's never going to happen. It may seem something that's adrift. But the tortoise reminds you, look, I never get lost. Okay. The tortoise keeps going. There's never been a lost tortoise in history. Okay. It always knows where it's going and it always gets there. It may take a little longer to achieve what you want to achieve, right? It may take a little longer than you expect, but if you keep on the path, you will definitely get there. So I hope that makes sense to you. There you go.
It makes sense to
She
me
says,
too on that. Yes. Focus on what you want.
I'll bring her up again. She says, let's see. Yes, Danny, I understand, said God last night.
If you notice, the
it's
three
amazing how
cards are about the same, though, aren't they? I mean, if you take
Aye.
Mystical's card, my card, and Uncle Danny's 3 cards or 2 cards, if you look at what the cards are trying to tell you, they're trying to tell you it's okay to be kind to other people and look out for other people, but you've also got to look after yourself and live your own dreams.
Whoa. Sorry, 1 sec. What? Okay, I'll try to say it the way you did. Say it again. Not to worry, Luna Rose. I understand the love that you had for me and still do. There's nothing to worry about, no regrets needed, no feeling bad about nothing. I love you, always will. I miss you. I will see you someday, but please don't rush. And what? Please don't. Oh, and you're not going crazy. When you hear me speak in your head, you're hearing me speak in your head. Blessings. And that's it. It's gone. So I hope that sometimes that happens.
If that's fantastic, Danny. Honestly, you guys are awesome at the card readings. I would pick one more person, but Ken, something I'm going to let you, Drew. You pick somebody for a change, because then you pick everybody.
Let me go up the chat, guys.
You're welcome.
You can have it.
I've looked at the YouTube chat though. Look at the
There's
Facebook
no
chat.
really speaking on Facebook. They're watching, but they're not really speaking.
We're just speaking on here.
No, there's quite a few watching through there, but they're not speaking. I actually put in the Ghost Squad Facebook group. I say speak if you want to read and speak. And there's no spoke yet.
No asking.
There's no asking. Just pick somebody random on YouTube.
Just having a look. Do you want one weird world?
That's funny that you asked that because I was thinking that.
Were you? Yeah.
I was just thinking about Weird World too.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's your weird world.
There's actually
Right. Well,
somebody
look,
just said,
if all three of our guys said weird world, guess who's getting a reading?
Yeah.
Weird
Yeah.
world.
there's
I don't
there's
argue with
somebody in
Astro.
Facebook, which we'll get
Yeah,
back to
I don't
shortly.
argue with Astro. He's bigger than I am. I just
I'm
say
going
yes.
to give Donna a tarot reading though, but I'm going to give Weird World a postcard for Spirit.
All right, I'm gonna hit my
If
shut
he
up
needs
button.
that. And I will give Donna, I will give you an example of the way I do my readings, okay? A quick example. I'll give Weird World a postcard for Spirit though. Ooh, there you go. Right, okay. We are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is the exciting to experience the new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and push back when entering any kind of relationship. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it is time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner's self and spirit. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. We are so proud of you. That's for you, Weird World.
Very good. You want me to go next?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm still shuffling. I asked my spirit to please contact Weird World Spirit and guide my hand to pick the card that he mostly needs to hear. I'm just going to pull one from underneath somewhere. Let me move those over. And the card is trapped. Where's my camera? Trapped. And it's showing a crow in a cage. So let's see what it says for trapped. Okay. My dear sweet child, do you feel as if you are trapped in life right now? Do you sense that you cannot do what you really want to do because others have expectations of you that you may not be able to fulfill? Do you feel as if you will never get what you want or go where you want to go? Have patience, for truly you are in temporary prison that exists in your mind. Your circumstances, no matter what they are, will change and you will be free to experience the life you wish to lead. In these times, dreaming is the best antidote, and of course, patience. Consider the story of the half raven boy trapped in conflict until he finally follows his heart. Trust in me, for I will show you when the cage door opens so you can fly free. Very good. Very,
Mm,
very good.
interesting.
Ah, very good indeed. All right, you ready? Yeah, okay. Do. Oh, baby, it's a weird world.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh.
All right. Okay, this is saying you're where you are because you kind of put yourself there. Okay. Then you got the jade, And you see all the work and dedication and everything that you put into that, Jade. The more work you put into something, the more beautiful it becomes. The jade by itself out of the ground is a beautiful piece. But if you spend time working on it and sculpting it and everything, it becomes glorious. Right? It becomes a beautiful thing. And you've worked hard to get to where you are. Okay. It's not so much that you're trapped. Okay. Because you're kind of where you're meant to be. You're kind of where you work to get to. All right. So in that aspect of it, it's not so much being trapped as it is being what next. Okay. So it's like you've hit a spot of stagnation. You're stagnant. Okay. Everything seems to be stagnant right now. It's not so much, you're not trapped. You just don't have any direction at this moment. Okay. It shows that heaven heard your prayers and is listening, and heaven knows that you do have other dreams and other things you must fulfill. Okay. But you have to consciously decide that, okay, I've completed this part. Now I want to do that. Okay. So it comes down to you have to make up your mind to move and to do the things that you want to do, because they're not going to do it for you. Okay. Your dreams are not going to chase you. You have to chase them. All right. Then you've got the dragon card, which is one of my favorite, by the way. It's also a blessing, but it protects you from evil spirits. It protects your house, protects your home, and it protects you. But it also gives you luck and inspiration to stand tall when you need to get over that hurdle. Okay. So basically, what you need to do, all you really need to do is decide, where do I want to go now? Okay. Because all your thoughts and all your actions and all the things you've done in your life have brought you to right now. Okay. Fortunately, all the things you do next and all the stuff you think about and all the stuff you're dreaming about will bring you to the next step. Okay. So basically, that's all it's telling you. It's like, hey, you're only trapped because you've accepted the fact that you're trapped. Okay. So off your ass and on your feet, and then away you go. Okay. That's it. I hope that makes sense.
Right, it's so accurate. See, that's the thing, and everybody's saying, he's saying in the chat that he understands. She understands, but see, was that, who was that person you wanted to give a reading, Drew? Was it somebody called
Donna,
Donna?
I think she's on Facebook. Yeah. Oh.
Right.
Yeah. See, I do tarot cards for a lot. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I do tarot cards for a lot of people privately, and what I do is a 5-card spread. I call it a life path reading. What happened was I was doing a 12-card Celtic Cross basically for other people, and I found that in the Celtic Cross, for all it's a good reading and it gives people in-depth into it, there's a lot of cards on that that's not really necessary to read out, if you like, because you could be there for 2 hours doing a Celtic Cross. So I came up with my own 5 cards. So it's your past, your present, your future, anything that will arise in your life, which could be of concern. It could be something that will make an impact. Usually it turns out to be. And then the 5th card I draw is your overall outcome. For example, sometimes you'll see something coming up in somebody's life, but that's not to say that you're set in stone for that outcome. This is just a guidance, remember. This is a guidance for your guides to tell you, look, if you stay on the path you are on right now, this is what I see for you. Okay? Just to get that clear before I start. I do believe we just had the first card.
Yes, she says, brilliant, thank you.
Problem. Your present, your future, anything in your life that will come up, and then the overall outcome. Okay, your past is the King of Pentacles. Okay. King, a lot of your problems will stem from your past. That's why I sometimes with your past card, I'll actually add on to it if I see throughout this reading that I need to add on to it, because a lot of your problems stem from your past, whether you realise it or not. So what I see in your past is you probably had wait, I'll open that door, listen, 2 seconds. Money prop.
The dog wants out, ladies and gentlemen.
All happens. Get in, Sparkle.
You know, the doggy wants out. She'll be back shortly, guys, unless she's kidnapped
While
aliens or something.
she's doing that, Chris, you have 201 on the chat.
Oops.
What? What do
You
mean?
have 201 on the showing on the chat.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to let my son in.
201 what, people watching?
Yeah, it says chat and it shows now it's 202.
All right. Right, so in your past, I've seen...
True, there's 201 people watching.
All right. Just make me nervous, Christopher. Why don't you?
You got this. You just put your magic in there,
Breathe.
girl.
Right, okay, so in your King of Pentacles, okay, your Pentacles is your money. So in your past, I can see it's probably been a female figure. For all it's the King, it could be a male figure or a female figure, okay? That's just, the King is to represent that power. So it's been somebody that's powerful, has always watched the money in the past. So it could have been like a father figure of some sort, or maybe your boss or something. So there's always been in the past somebody watching your money. Somebody powerful always watched the money. I'll maybe go back to that. This is your present, which is your 10 of swords. Okay, your swords is anything in life that'll give you problems, if you like, something that you're going to have to try and work through. So, and right now, you're probably, because it's the 10, you're probably right now at a place in your life where you're feeling as if everything that you've achieved is either having to get to a level where you've cut it out, and you're on a new path because of it, or you're at a level right now where you know what you want and you know where to go. Because if you look at the butterfly's already changed into what it is. So you've already made that transition. So you're probably at a really stable point right now in your life. Your future is temperance. So temperance is balance, if you like. You've probably in your future, because right now you have came to that level in your life where you know what you want. Everything you've had to deal with is now in the past. So temperance is to show you that balance is going to be carried on into your future. So your future is now going to be a place where you know what your past didn't serve you. You know where you're going to have to go in life. You know what you're going to have to do in life to continue. Temperance, and it also can be like magical as well. It can also represent that you are on a path of spirituality, if you like. It sometimes can represent that, depending on who you are as a person. Anything I see that comes up in your life is the Knight of Swords. Your knight is a messenger. So just be careful of the messages that you receive from people. For all there's roses and things around them, okay? It could be that there's messages coming that's good, but if you look at them, there's also he's swallowing the sword. So there could be a couple of hard messages coming through the post, or Facebook's here these days. It could be on social media. So just be careful what messages you receive in the next wee while. But there's messages coming, because it is something that I see coming up in your life. I would say to be very careful. Just be careful what people tell you. Vet what they're telling you, whether it's going to be the truth or lies. Only you can decide that, though. But just be careful what people tell you, because it is your problem card. Your overall outcome is the 3 swords. Be careful, because this kind of represents As I said, your swords card is something in your life that's going to cause you problems, something you're going to have to really think through. So it's as if somebody's stabbing you in the back. So because I've told you about your past being somebody controlling money, okay? And then right now you're at a level where you know what you want, you've dealt with a lot of things, and you know where you're going. And your temperance is to show that you're in your power. You are at that balance. Your Knight of Swords is to watch who's giving you your messages. And then your overall outcome is somebody stabbing you in the back, or could possibly stab you in the back, or could possibly not be in your best interest because it is your sword card. So my message to you is don't let anybody else keep controlling you with money. You've had that in your past. Don't do that anymore. And if you have now cut it out your life, you're on the right path. You have got a few things coming up. Be careful of your messages that people tell you, or something coming through the post that's maybe not for the best. And be careful who you keep in your life, because you're going to have to keep watching your shadow self even for a while. So my advice to you through the cards is just be cautious of what people tell you and who you choose to believe. I hope that meant something to you, Don.
Very nice.
That's very interesting. So, Donna, does that ring true for you? I'm just waiting for it.
Hope you understood me okay.
It's quite interesting that. I'm just waiting for it to speak in the chat so as I can bring it up. Where do you see that there's all the views? I can't see that. I'm the main control room.
Yeah, because that's like the whole total, I guess, that comes over on my
it comes up.
my end. Yeah. See, if I bring up the chat, it takes off half of the screen. So I don't have it off. It just has the number next to it from all the totals, I think, of what you're
Donna, only
you're
you can decide that, okay? Your guides are giving you a message to be cautious of what people tell you. You are now at a level in life where you know what you want. You've dealt with a lot in your past. You're at that balance now. Remember, temperance. That's to show you that you're at the balance in life now. Only you can decide what people tell you. If the messages that's coming up, or maybe messages that you've had, just be careful. Vet them. Be careful who you believe and who you don't believe. Because with the last card being, I think it was the three swords, is to show you that if you continue on the path that you're on, just be careful of who you trust and who you don't, basically, because you could get stabbed in the back. So it's only you can decide whether that is spiritual or people. Only you know your own life.
There's Donna there saying spot on. You know.
good.
You know, I would love to try an experiment. Can I try an experiment?
Do you?
Can I pick?
It's your channel. You pick what you want.
Can I pick someone on the? Can I pick someone on the panel? No, me obviously, but can I pick somebody on the panel to get a reading?
Sure. Why not?
Do what? Wait, do what? Because you woke up for a second. What?
I want to pick one of you lucky three to get a reading. What do you think, guys? In the chat.
Who's gonna do the reading? You?
No, God, no. I'd probably pull the death, the grim.
But we read for each other all the time, Christopher.
That's the thing, but I've never ever. Do you ever give Danny a reading?
Uncle Danny takes readings off us all if it comes up. Yeah.
What do you think, guys?
Usually Oracle, isn't it, Uncle Danny?
So Chris, that's really not an experiment.
I was just. You ever just date for yourselves? That's what I'm trying to say. Do you ever date for yourself?
Why don't you pick one for one of us? Just to
I
see what
have
it
my
says.
Witch's Tarot, okay? I have Witch's Tarot that I'll only use for my own path.
Well,
then I have my Santa Marta deck that I use for the public.
Right.
But I do have my own for my own path.
Chris is going to do one.
I'm totally hopeless. I tell you what, I'm totally hopeless at this, and I don't know what they mean, right? Because I've not
Oh,
read the book.
Just,
right? I've not
Christopher,
had
this is
the
before you turn
I'll-
this, right? Concentrate when you're shuffling them. Ask your guides
Right.
to help guide you to the proper card that is for whoever you're picking it for. Okay?
Right,
And
I'll
then
do
just
this
be
for
confident
you,
in the
Drew.
card that either pops up or tells you when to stop.
I'll do this for Drew, right? But obviously, I
Okay.
don't know what the cards mean, so one you are going to have to explain it.
Just
right?
tell
'cause
us
I
what
just
you
don't know
think.
this.
Just
Right.
tell us what you
Just what
see.
you feel. Yeah, just look at it
Right.
and then just say from your heart what you feel. That'll be your
There's no
guide's
Grim
lead.
Reaper in here, is it?
You're
Uncle Danny,
muted,
you're
Can't
Danny.
hear you,
muted, I
Danny.
think.
You're muted.
Danny, you're
You're
muted.
muted, Danny.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. All right, pull a deck and pull a card. That's one step at a time.
Right.
Okay, just pull a card. Trust in the card.
I
Trust
pulled
in
a
your
card.
spirit.
I've been shuffling it for ages.
Good.
Okay, you got a
I've not
card.
looked at it yet. Oh
Okay.
my god.
So you're gonna look at the card. Yeah, that's a good card.
The devil.
That's okay. That's
Okay.
a good one.
That's all
That's
right.
that's a good card. Okay. Now, what does it
Right.
mean when you look at it? What do you hear in your head that it says?
I don't know. It's a weird one because I'm getting.
Just
I'll put
say
you
what
on
you
the spot
think.
here. I'm getting that you have to watch yourself.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
why that.
Okay.
I'm getting you have to be aware your surroundings and about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Be aware of somebody. Be aware of somebody run about you, and that's what I'm getting.
That's good.
Again, I was thinking about the devil. I was actually thinking about the devil when I was shuffling this.
Well, there you
There
go.
you
See
go.
now, put the card up to your camera for a second.
It's got
Okay.
people in it, so it's,
So, so you see, those people are chained to each other, right? You see that?
yes,
The devil didn't put those chains on them. You put them on yourself. Okay.
yes,
So basically, the situation that's pissing you off, you brought yourself to that spot. It was your actions that brought you to the spot. What's holding you there is the fear of change, the fear of breaking the chain. Okay.
Spot on. It really is spot on,
Right.
guys.
So basically, what your card is saying is you're in a position by your own hand. Okay. You've controlled it to
Mhm.
get there. The only way you can get out of it is to break that chain yourself and leave.
And that's exactly what I'm seeing. That chain came just like boom.
Yeah.
It's like you. Mm-hmm.
it's like when I really think about it, it's like you're like tied up. You can't move away. You're like a boat at the docks. You can't get away. You're tied up,
Yeah.
and you
So
have to break it
spot on.
loose. That's what I'm getting.
Right. Exactly. There you go. You're tied up. You got to break.
Trust your instincts.
You got to break. You did it.
That was
That's it.
so. That was for you, Drew.
Exactly.
So I
Aye.
hope that connects.
And it does make
Very,
sense.
very good. Yeah,
100% makes sense.
very good. So you look
See
at the
that-
card and see what it's representing. What is it symbolizing? What is it telling you? What are you feeling?
Yeah,
Yeah. Break your
See,
chains
I
and
find
trust.
that I find that fascinating because I'm
Definitely one
usually
of
one of
those.
these people. I'm like this, right? I've got myself the cards now. I've put my past, my present, my future out. Let me go now.
Trust what you see. As long as you have not just went boom, 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 without any. Well, sometimes it can work like that, right enough. But as long as you are putting what you see, let your soul read it, is what I kind of think. Let your soul
There's been
take
times-
over.
There's been times when you've been in the carder, Drew, and you've done me a tarot card reading, and the tarot cards actually jumped at the back, which I find
that
really
happens a lot.
interesting.
Mhm.
So that's obviously spirit. That's making that happen.
Yeah.
I find that intriguing, but it's still with that. I'm not getting into what that tarot card reading was that I got for Oracle and stuff like that. But how? I mean, I'm still fascinated how the simple fact was how could I get the same card twice in the space of 3 weeks? which I find
probably
interesting.
say it's important enough to keep telling you. The first time that they've told you it, you've obviously
Yeah.
laughed it off and not put much thought into it. So they've probably
Mhm.
felt as if they've had to tell you again.
So there you go. I'm walking round about like that.
So they feel it's important enough to tell you twice.
Get my
basically.
crucifix out, yeah.
That's why I said when the card is pulled, there's something in that card that is so significant. It might be something little, and it means a lot that you have to hear. Like Drew said, if you didn't get it the first time, you're going to get it the second time. So, it's your spirit that is having, the card that's being picked. So that's why you got it twice.
There you go. I'll have to get another one off you in a couple of weeks. Just to see what happens. I mean,
They come in once a month to see, and it's amazing how their path does change, especially when you give somebody a reading. Usually, your first reading given a client is quite a serious one, and then your second one usually you'll see that they've made a change. And then if you go back maybe 2 or 3 months and you've not seen them, and then you give them a reading, you can instantly know they've made a change because their guides are spot on with what they tell you in the cards. Have you ever done that, Mystical? You can tell with the next reading that they've made some sort of change.
Oh yeah, because people don't realize that they not only can change the future, what's going to happen, they can subconsciously, not even realizing, like say, okay, I was fixing to go to the store, and then not realizing, well, I'll just go tomorrow. Today is not a good day. Maybe a storm is coming. Maybe this, maybe that. Then you change the path, and then whatever was going to take place could have been taking place on that path, and you've changed the path. So
Yeah.
then later when another card is pulled, that will be something different that's saying, hey, this no longer applies. Now you're in the clear over here.
Yeah.
That's the same way like when you have visions. And when I would have visions and I would tell my sisters, you plan on going such and such place, you need to change it. They're like, how did you know? I didn't say anything to you. Did you have another dream? And I'm like, yeah. So when you're going to go today at 12 o'clock, change it. Either go at 10 o'clock or go at 2 o'clock. Don't go at the time that you originally planned to go. And then they would change it and things would be okay. So
Is there, Chris, is there a Catherine watching?
Yes.
Is there a
That's
Catherine
my mum.
watching?
Yeah. She's watching. It's my mum. She's watching on Facebook, but she's not spoke because I can see her in the comment section.
So she is there.
She's in Facebook somewhere, but she is watching.
Yeah, she's watching, but she's not commenting.
Okay. What? A message for you is you still have lots and lots of value, and you are very important. Don't sell yourself short because you mean a lot and are very necessary to your family's being able to move forward and being able to feel like they matter, because they all still need your approval and for you to say, keep on your path. They need your encouragement.
Wow.
Also, your love is with you and waiting and no hurry. Everything's fine. And that's what I was told to say.
That's interesting. That's because my mum and dad's doing the stairs, but my mum's watching because and there's no way anybody could ken that because I'm the only one that can tell because I've got control of everything here. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at my Ghost Squad Scotland Facebook group, which is on 80 Giant Guys, where I stream this to. I noticed that she popped in, but that's quite interesting. That I'll tell her to listen back. Well, she's probably listening, watching this now.
Yeah, well, that's
That's
just a
interesting.
message. That's a message from there.
Yes,
Mhm.
there's
From
potentially
beyond.
loads of outcomes.
346 watching in the chat.
Wow.
I
Welcome in,
can't
everybody.
see.
Please
I can't
remember
see where you
smash
see
the like,
this.
Chris.
I can't see where you see this, Mystical. It's no
Yeah,
showing
on
for
the
me.
right on the chat it says 348,
Yeah,
and
it
then
does.
see, you can see it
That's
too. Jen. The whole
that
total.
is the comments. That's the number of comments that people that's went out.
Wow.
See the little chat button at the top of the screen that's blue?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah, that's to
Yeah,
tell you how many
300.
comments have came.
Wow. It's a lot of comments.
It's a lot of comments.
I was going to say there. I thought, my God, it's happening. We're becoming famous.
Okay, Chris, you did really good, really quick before you do anything. Pull a card for me.
Yes.
Oh, any card.
Out the blue.
Pull a
I'll
card.
let you shuffle that. Any card. I'll just randomly pick one then. Oh, Jesus, I've went
Pick a
and broke
card.
one.
Whatever your spirit's leading you to pick. And if it ain't a good one, I'm putting you in a jar.
Yes.
It's the-
Double jar.
Oh, it's the. I put me. It's the
Sherry, you're
the
jarring them as
chariot.
well as getting triple
I've
jar.
never actually put that one.
What is it?
The chariot.
Chariot.
Oh, the
I've never seen that one
chariot.
before.
And I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm letting him.
So am I.
That's weird. That it's weird to put that, and the reason that it's weird to put that is because I didn't shuffle the card. I just picked it in half and taken the first one for the section that you tell me. It's kind of a difficult one because I see there. I don't know. Right, again, this has got to sound stupid, but I feel like you're going places. I know it's a chariot, and that's what chariots are, but I do feel that. I don't know why that is. Right? I see when I look at it, it's got the lions or whatever they are, but they're no lions because they've got human faces. They've got human faces on them. But when I think about it in my head, I see a horse-drawn carriage, and it's weird. I see a horse-drawn carriage, and I don't know what that means. I just see it clopping along. What do you see like? Mystical?
Well, it's funny that you said I'm going places, and then you mentioned the what'd you say? The
cat.
lions.
Lions.
The lions.
The
Because
lions, but they're no lions really because they've got human faces.
yeah,
This is
See how they've got
because
human faces?
it's funny that you said that, because going places and actually Drew's helping me push my stuff out, and the lions I would say comes from Lee, because Lee is Leo the lion that is backing me up 100% on whatever I need to do to get there.
Okay, but I do get to. I'm going to get into this and start buying loads of tarot cards. I'm getting you're going to come into something. I don't know what it means. You're coming into something. Something's coming in. I don't know what that means. It's when I look at the faces. When I look at the faces, you've got the black and white one at the bottom, and then you've got the. It looks like one of them's a man and one of them's a woman. I'll hold it closer. I'll show you what I mean. See what I'm trying to say? I don't know what they represent. I don't know what they're no lions. I don't. Well, they are lions. Aye, but I don't know what they really represent. But when I look at it, it's a chariot, but it's got like horses. It's getting drawn with horses, but I don't see the horses. Obviously, I see the lions. I just again, this has got to sound stupid, but yeah, I think sounds stupid now, guys, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, I've just seen like a market, like a fair. You're not going to a fair, are you? You're not going to like a crystal fair or a witchy fair or anything like that, no?
Not that I'm aware of, but that doesn't mean anything, because
But she has got a marketplace online, so it could still
Yeah,
represent
she's
the
selling stuff
marketplace.
in a market.
and because I have a lot of crystals on there, because I go digging myself, and then I put them on, in my shop and in my, stores, because I'm on 3 different platforms. So maybe that's gonna take off even more.
It's still representing the marketplace, isn't it? It's just that it's
Mhm.
online. It's not a physical market.
Hmm.
See, when I look at it, what I see right. You ever seen like the old cowboy films, and you get the old. You ever seen everybody's seen House in the Prairie, the old kind of style carriage with 2 horses, no 4 horses. What somebody said in the chat, 2
Mhm.
horses. But I just feel like, what does that car actually mean then? So what does it mean to you? What does that mean to you, Drew or Danny?
See, the chariot to me means that you're going to travel or you're traveling in your path. It really depends on the person that you're reading it for, how they perceive it in their
Mhm.
life. But to me, it means that you're either going to travel or your path is traveling. If you know what I mean, it's much like what you said. It can
That's
mean a
quite
lot of things. It
interesting. That.
depends on the other cards.
Mhm.
That's quite interesting. That you're turning me into a mystic. I'm going to change my name to Mystic Meg. Mind the Mystic Meg. You don't
See,
get
that is why a lot of people start off with a Rider Waite deck because it has got all the symbols in it that you kind of need to read the card, and then you can, once you kind of master what the symbolization is in them,
Yeah.
then you can start going to other decks. Like I've got the Santa Marta deck, but there's loads. So most people do start off with a Rider Waite because of the symbolization in it. It's good to learn them off of the Rider Waite.
See, I can't
Yeah,
get that out of my head now. That's weird. That I can see a
yeah, and it
market. I
matters.
don't know why.
It only matters what it means to you anyway. It doesn't matter what it
Mm.
means to anyone else. You're the reader. So whatever
Mhm.
you're seeing or
In-
feeling,
Interpretation.
it's your interpretation that matters.
See, I didn't pull the card. That's why I can't read it. You did.
See,
Mhm.
that's interesting. That because it's kind of stuck in my head now because I do see, again, this is it just looks like there's a big market with loads of tents everywhere, and that's what I keep seeing, and that's what I've seen. I don't see it anymore, but it was like loads of tents. It was like a big fair. It was like a big kind of fair thing that you were at. You're in the
Yeah,
fair now.
well, that
Maybe
makes
well.
what makes sense to me is um, she's been working on her stores, on her online stores, trying to get them going and moving and
Mhm.
everything else. You got a chariot, which represents movement, and you're seeing markets. So it
Yes.
sounds to me like her work on her shops is starting to pay off. They're going to start getting some
Mhm.
good movement on the shops. That's what it
Yeah,
seems like.
exactly. Like a success. You're moving forward. It's being successful, taking charge. You know,
Yes.
that's where the movement comes from.
And that's
The
probably what the
taking
lions are
charge.
as well. The lions will be to represent that you're feeling powerful within your spirituality and in your home life. It could be that as well.
Mhm.
That's what the lions are representing.
Lee's always
It's
saying, "I'm
absolutely.
Leo the lion. I'm Leo the lion."
So there you go.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It really is, and tonight has been really, really interesting. And that way, my mum's actually really interested to how you picked up on that. I find
That's true.
that
There's
fascinating.
there's a prime
I find
example.
that fascinating.
Luna Rose just said it could also mean your car needs work, which is true if that's the way it's
It depends
interpreted.
on what the question
It's
was.
no bad for your gearbox has stopped working.
Absolutely true, though.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Chris.
See, if
No problem.
Mystical's
Anytime,
question
you know.
was, can you see anything coming up in my life that's going to cause me problems? It could have been, your car. Depends
It,
on the
it just
question.
shows you.
And
It
moving
just shows you
forward
that.
could also mean the market of YouTube on trying to get the subscribers, trying to get the views, doing that. I mean, you helping getting me on here and Drew always helping and Daddy getting me on his show. All of that is movement. That's all moving forward,
Yes.
not backwards. It's moving forward. It's a positive thing.
Yes. Every
Well,
little helps.
everybody, as Danny says, roll your bones in the chat. Please, everybody, share your links in the chat. And honestly, please visit Drew. Your shop will be starting soon, too, so please visit
Yes,
Drew's shop.
my broomsticks and pentagram shop is relaunching again on Facebook first, and then hopefully maybe other platforms on Monday. Broomsticks and pentagrams.
You know-
I'll give Chris
Do
the
you
Light.
know what I might do? Do you know what I might do for you? At the end of these lives, I always play like an outro,
Yeah.
right? I might get Dakota to make me up a new outro, but with your shops in it. Would you like that?
Oh, that'd be good for me and Mystical. Thank you.
Aye.
Oh,
So
that would
I'll
be
need if you
like
send me
just
the
too
details.
cool.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
very
that
So
would be
he's-
cool.
then he's
Thank you.
yeah.
And
Danny,
see,
are
just
you know
with that,
starting your own shop?
Oh, I ain't starting no shop. No.
Uncle Danny does
But-
teach us. Well, he does
but-
go flourish for things, guys, and he does bring it in, and that's how he teaches us all how to do it. He does go out there and get all his own ingredients out the woods and things.
But see, look, the card that Christopher pulled and what he just said on what he would, be doing for us, that alone right there just pushed it forward.
I never
To
thought
move it
that.
for
Yeah.
another step forward to success.
Yeah.
There you
And I'll
go.
also, guys, please visit the Facebook group, Go Squad Scotland, because I'm streaming through there right now too. And their shops will be advertised. We'll need to get you a shop, Danny. Come on. We'll need to get you into something. You have to sell something. What about cars and trucks? Do you want to buy a Ford before?
He'll be selling weights, but that'll be a lot of shipping because they're
Yeah.
heavy.
No.
He'll have some weight patches or weight T-shirts or muscle shirts with the weights
Aye.
on them.
You should have
Yes.
your own gym,
Strong
Danny. You could call
man.
it the Mystical Gym.
Online gym, because Mr. Lee would join. He's
And
took
then I'll have to
inspiration
buy-
from Uncle Danny.
And then Danny, I'll have to buy one for you for Lee. If it's a muscle shirt with a muscle guy on it lifting weights.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, guys, do you have any shows planned for tomorrow so you can punt yourselves out there and get?
I'm
people to
going
come
live
across to the
tonight, me and
shows?
Uncle Danny, and probably Mystical, and anybody else that wants to come up. Probably about 12 o'clock, half an hour.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
after-
Saturday, and then Drew Saturday. We have
then
a show.
Saturday we've got Stephanie coming for a chit chat, which is 11 p.m. UK time. We've got Stephanie
And-
coming up telling us about a couple of UFO things that happened. We are going to stream that on Mystical's channel, guys, to try and get the algorithm to notice Mystical a little bit more.
And then Tuesday we
Mm.
got Christina and Son Ghost Squad on
That'll be
Tuesday.
interesting, guys.
Mm.
It's Tuesday we've got Christina as well. So go over and hit the bell on Mystical's channel, because then you'll get notified for every time she is going live this week, which will be a few times. And also Uncle Danny's as well, guys. He goes live 8:30 UK time almost every night of the week, isn't it, Uncle Danny?
Aye.
Yeah, except for Tuesdays and Sundays, I don't. But
There you go.
otherwise, 3:30 Eastern time for and I just have different guests up, and then I have chit chats, and I do
Yep.
silly crap.
And we do readings and things.
Aye, guys, honestly, if you're watching on Facebook or that, please go over and give them a subscribe on their YouTube channels, because it helps them, and it helps my Mystical Tage. It'll get our watch hours, because I've nearly got them unmonetized for
Yeah.
like other things, but I need to be monetized for my videos, and I'm nearly there. I've only need something like stupid, like 60
There
or
is
70 hours. or
something there
like
for everybody, guys. I promise you. There's ghost hunting, there's how to do magical workings, there's herbs, there's gardening, there's everything you could imagine.
I gotta figure out how to stream it on that thing you told me there, the Scotland
Yes.
Facebook one. I don't know how to add that to my StreamYard. So
We'll show you after the stream, Uncle Dana, how to do it.
I haven't got a clue.
We'll help.
Yeah,
you.
you're like me. I'm not tech savvy either. If Drew hasn't taught it to me, it's because I don't
Well,
know.
Usually
I'll
Chris
tell you
helps
what,
me with
for
anything
me-
I'm stuck at, so we're all
Hey,
good.
for me, progress peaked with microwave popcorn. Okay, that's it.
Microwave popcorn.
That's when progress peaked for me. Okay, anything after that, I'm screwed.
Okay, Luna, I'll see you in half an hour, sis.
Right, Luna, everybody in the chat, thank you very much for coming tonight. Remember, tune in to Bald and Bonks tomorrow night, because we're going to be talking about crystals and healing and stuff like that. And Sunday night, we're going to be talking about you heard about that new movie that's coming out, Sound of Freedom. So we're going to be talking about that too.
Right.
About kind of like child trafficking and stuff like that. We're going to be
Right.
talking about that on Bald and Bonkers, which is a matter that we'll have to talk about. So if you could come over there and give us a wee subscribe. Hopefully Sunday we'll be going out on an adventure, no doubt probably struck by lightning because it's be thunderstorms on Sunday. But we'll even if we don't get to that destination, we'll send Drew out into the thunderstorm to get some footage. We'll send her
I'll
out
get
there.
it.
Me and Alan will sit in the command vehicle, with our hats on, protecting us for the rays and all that kind of stuff. And
Could somebody drop my
Okay.
link from my
I was going to
Seabass
say
channel?
that.
Chasing
Aye,
Balls
could you drop the
Inspectors.
link, please?
Because she's on Facebook, I don't think she's seen it in the YouTube chat. That's
I don't know.
Mystical's okay. It's in the YouTube chat. Maybe somebody can transfer it onto Facebook. And wait, and I'll get
It's
Uncle
Chasing
Dan.
Balls Inspectors on YouTube.
I'm just looking for it now.
And Seabass Paranormal on Facebook.
Right, I'll put
And
them
I
in
don't-
the
I don't do
YouTube
all
chat,
that.
I'll get
guys.
Chasing Bones Inspectors. Let's see, copy link. There's a
Right,
big
that's me
solar
put them in
flare
the
happening tonight
YouTube
and
chat. I
tomorrow.
think Christopher's putting them in the Facebook chat.
Let's see. I tell you what I'll do after this video is uploaded, right? I will add everybody's channel to the below this channel. So once the video is uploaded, if you click the little thing down there, it'll bring up everybody's channel, and everybody will add that after
Yeah.
the show. So guys, thank you very much for coming. And please go straight across to Danny and Drew as they talk about mystical. What he's got to be talking about? What he's got to be talking about?
Ghosties, paranormal things, just anything. Whatever we figure out, we always get a topic. That's one thing. We always get a
Put me in a
topic.
jar. You know.
That's it. That's it.
Chris will go in a jar. He made it again. He made it again.
I'm
Yeah.
ready. I've got a nice jar here. It's a lovely one. It's perfect for me.
I mostly just ad-lib as I go on all my channels. I might have a topic, but I only go for it. And then all of a sudden there's a squirrel. And then my topic just went out the window with the squirrel. And then I talk about whatever else happened. So there you go.
It's always fun, guys.
I liked your live. I liked your live tonight when you were talking about how machines don't last long and stuff like that. And it's true. It's true to say, American houses mostly, and British houses too now, are basically glorified sheds. They're diabolically built, and they'll blow away in the slightest wind,
Yeah,
which is
it's
you know,
crazy.
terrible. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end
That's
the show.
called progress. That's called progress, you know.
Aye,
Aye.
progress.
I call it horse something, but I don't call it progress. I call it horse.
It's that they were tragically killed in the submarine. The guy had actually says that God himself can't sink it. I mean, that's what they say. That's
Did
he
he?
actually said that
Wow.
in an interview. Aye,
That was a bit
and
cute to say
that's what
that.
happened to the Titanic. And that's what obviously they said that about the Titanic. You know, and
Don't
that's
ever
terrible
say that.
thing, that guys.
Yeah.
I know. you should
Don't
never say
believe,
that.
don't believe everything you see on TV. Remember, spaghetti does not really grow on trees.
On trees.
I tell my husband, don't believe
Damn, I thought the
everything he
moon
reads
was-
on Google.
Well, that as well.
Ken, you've really disappointed me there because I'm sure that the moon was made of cheese.
It is.
Ah,
It is made
but
of
it's a
cheese.
solid cheese.
Yeah. The sea dam.
Astronaut, I could jump about the surface eating big chunks of cheese.
That's
Right,
quite
ladies and
nice,
gentlemen,
actually.
catch you all.
Yeah,
guys.
don't forget.
Catch you all,
no,
guys.
The
The funny
rings
look-
of Saturn are
And-
made out of old socks. That's why you keep losing socks when you do the dryer and the washer, and you go in the dryer and there's only one sock. That's because it went into a
Right.
vortex and went to Saturn and became an ice
Mm.
cube and became one of the rings of Saturn.
Never
so
to
you
be
got
found
socks in
again.
space.
The
Socks on
planet,
Saturn.
the planet of the forbidden socks.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's
Thank you for joining us on this exciting adventure with Ghost Squad Scotland. Our team of experienced ghost hunters use the latest technology to explore the paranormal and uncover the truth about the unknown. Don't forget that we're affiliated with Spirit Shack, the UK's premier ghost hunting equipment store, so you can trust our equipment to be top-notch. Plus, we have exclusive Ghost Squad Scotland merch available on our Zazzle store, so you can show your support for the team in style. And if you can't get enough of our ghost hunting adventures, be sure to tune into the Bald and Bonkers TV network to catch our show in action. Content creators can even have their own content syndicated on the network, or create their own custom online TV channel by visiting baldandbonkers.net. Thank you for your support. And remember to always keep an open mind as we continue to explore the mysteries of the paranormal with Ghost Squad Scotland.